course. So you can't hear anything. I'm sure you can hear something now. Um, Let me know if you can see me and hear me. If you're coming in, that will be good. I'm trying to put on my headphones. So this evening we're going to do a little bit of. Oops, I don't know. Something just happened. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna disappear and reappear. All right. All right. So let's see if you can hear me and see me. Let me see if everything's in order. I'm trying greetings. I am loud and clear. Thank you. Can you see my screen? I'm trying to see if everything's going to come through. It's probably a little bit slow, but we're gonna fix that in a second. Fix it, fix it, fix it. Let me fix it. If you can, that will be good. Peace, greetings. I wanna wipe off my screen a little bit. And you can hear me and see me. The one thing I can't see very clearly is the workspace. So I'm gonna clean it off a little bit. Skirky, skirky. And maybe it's better. I don't know. It's probably still slow and everything. Let me see. All right, that's better. All right, it's good. I think it's good. All right. Greetings and peace. Welcome. It's always great to link up. I'm glad that we're back and we're doing some more food prep. So this is really good. The music I played already. So if you're just coming in, you missed the music. All right. So this evening, I thought that it would be wonderful. Am I loud enough for you all? If I'm loud enough, let me know. All right. Okay, good. All right, good, good, good. So, yeah, this evening we're going to prep some dandelion dip. I really like this, but everyone I've made it for enjoys it as well. It is wonderful. It's a wonderful raw dish that you can create from home as well, from scratch. So I thought I'd make it. There are different substitutions that you can create. And at the end, I have a little bonus for you all. Unfortunately, you can't taste it, but I'm going to taste it for you. All right. So let me greet everyone who's in the chat. Peace and greetings to the one, Chief Yuya. Thank you very much. Peace. Big up yourself. Thank you very much for being in the space. Greetings to the sisters who have joined. And if you are joining us at a later date, welcome into the Sovereign Eats experience. So I am just going to jump right into the ingredients that I have. If you want a lot more, background or information on dandelion, please visit our website, the recipe cards. If you want the recipe cards, because I do share one or two resources on our website, www.sovereigneats.com. But if you'd like a recipe card with today's recipe, please let me know. Place it in the comments, because comments, engagement in comments is helpful. So if you want that recipe card, let me know. But here are the things that I'm going to include in the recipe today. I have freshly cut dandelion greens. This is a whole bunch, but you could do two. Because I enjoy this particular dish because it's so bitter. And greens bitter greens actually helps to stimulate the appetite, along with things like parsley. I'm always going to hit on parsley. So dandelion greens are really good. Dandelion roots can be helpful, but they work in the body in a different way. The energetics of the root is different from the energetics of the greens. But again, that bitter kind of helps to stimulate appetite. but it is also an excellent digestive aid. So that's the type of dip that you can use in on any meal planning, or in any meal planning that you do. You can always include it, especially if you are preparing for someone who has digestive issues or they're low on digestive enzymes. Excellent dip. So I also included, just because for someone who has an issue with digestion or processing certain greens, you would steam those dandelion greens first, right? That's an excellent option because it helps to break it down a little bit. And there are some levels of oxalic acid, but it's not a lot. It's not as bad as callaloo, which is dashi leaf for those who know what I'm talking about, and things like spinach. All right, so you can steam it down a little bit so it's not all raw. That makes it a little bit easier, and the bite and the bitterness is reduced. I'm including a whole lemon, and yes, our lemons have seeds because we don't eat anything without seeds, you know. Of course, when it comes to peppers and other things where seeds may have, especially fruit with seeds such as peppers and so on, that the seeds may have an impact on the digestive system and it may irritate, you'll take those out. But for things like lemons and so on, I leave the seed in. Definitely leave the seed in. So I have a jalapeno. I have a third of an onion. You can use half, you can use a whole onion if you prefer. This is a yellow onion. Most times I like to use reds or purples. You let me know what onions you prefer, and depending on the ones you prefer, you use those. Some people argue about the potency and the deliciousness of things like shallots, and so yeah, yeah, okay, sure, fine. I'm not sure what the difference is, but I do like onions that pack a punch. So the yellows and the white ones are good. The red ones are great for raw dishes where you don't want such a bite. I am coughing because there's hot pepper in here, y'all. So if you see me coughing, it's the heat from the hot pepper. There is a hot pepper here. There's a hot pepper here, and it's giving me west. Anyway, I have a tomato. So lemon, garlic, hot pepper, jalapeno, and I also have onion. All right. So let me go back to the chat. Sister Deidre says Vidalia. Yeah, I think Vidalia onions are sweet, right? They're on the sweeter um, spectrum. They're not as, I don't think they're as pungent. They're soft, in other words. But if that's your preference, that's your preference. They are sweet, yes, but reds are your favorite. And Ema Precious says she loves red onions. So again, you can mix and match this recipe in whatever way you need to. I'll keep working with walking you through the ingredients. I have some oil. If you don't want to use oil, you do not have to. I use sesame seed oil because it has an Asian flavor combination that's really, it works really well with the bitterness. And later on, I'll show you, I have some seaweed, so it really works well with the seaweed. So that's that's a good tip. So sesame seed oil and a little bit of smoked paprika just to add a little bit of heaviness to it. You don't have to use this. I tend not to use a lot of it, and I just poured this out for Joe to show you. But this is, what is this again? Nutritional yeast. Oh my goodness. I was like, wait. Is this not saffron? Yeah, I was saying, is this saffron? Saffron is much more yellow. Y'all, don't worry with me. But this is nutritional yeast for that cheesy flavor, or that cheesy flavor combination with the lemons and the tomatoes. I have a mix that I purchased from TJ's, but you can break up seaweed if you like and utilize that in your blend. But this is a nori mix, so there are some sesame seeds in here and toasted nori, right? Toasted nori sheets are chipped up very finely. You can use a whole sheet of nori and just break it up, which I don't mind. I'll use, so you could take a whole sheet of nori and crush it up in there. That is, something that I tend to do most of the time because, sometimes you buy these things and they have added salt. And so I want to control the amount of sodium that goes into the dish that I make. Now, I also have blended seasoning. And I said I think I've shared that I wanted to show you all how to use green onions and onion and garlic and just blend them up so to make a seasoning blend that you can dip from and utilize over the straw. So that way you're not constantly making seasonings every single day. All right, or every single time you food prep. So this is what you're looking at here. It's just a simple blend. I actually have a video that shows that. I just have not shared it just yet, but I will. And when you see the notification, please go there, look at the quick vid, buy the ingredients, and try it. All right, try it. Greetings, welcome, Honey Sweets. Honey Sweet says, I get onions that are on sale and organic. Turmeric is looked like turmeric is looked like not saffron. It looked like turmeric, not saffron. I see. There, you know what? We call in the Caribbean, we call turmeric saffron. To tell you the truth, we do. But I found out that there are saffron fronds from the saffron flower, which are even more expensive, and that's different from the turmeric, that the root itself, right? So there are all these things to discover about food that I think is fascinating. But yeah, the last thing that I have in here, you do not have to use this, but we try to utilize everything. Okay, so in here, I just have a slice of what is left over from juicing. All right, so my sister has done a lot of juicing within the last couple straws, and last week what was left over was just a combination of parsley and spinach and a lot of other greens. And so after straining it out, this is what's left over. So we take some of it and we add it. I take some of it and I add it to any dip that I make. I have in the blender already some cashews and a little bit of sea moss. Now, you do not have to use cashews. You may feel free to use chickpeas, right? Chickpea is a great alternative. It's a great option. It's not as creamy. It doesn't give you the same creamy texture. But if you want that creamy texture, you can place the chickpea. Once you blend it up, you can place it on the heat or on the stove and warm it up. And sometimes it gives it the texture that you want. There's something about warming or heating blended chickpea that gives it that creamy texture. So yes, chickpea is a good option. That's a good substitute. So I'm going to add all of my ingredients together in the blender. I'm obviously going to use a high speed blender. You can hear the noise going woo, 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 woo. And then I'm going to mix it all together and show you how I do that. Any questions so far? If you have questions, please let me know. Again, there are substitutes for the dandelion. I shared those before. You don't have to put in a hot pepper and a jalapeno pepper as well. You can choose to use sweet pepper, right? If you want to change the color of this, you can actually chop up fresh peppers after. So that way you end up with a green dip, but you have chunks of yellow and reds in between. I don't have any peppers, so we're just going all green today. All right. So just give me a second and I'll put all of the ingredients together. and blend. I should have had them in here before, but I'm just, I'm doing my thing. Greetings, peace, Naya. How are you? Welcome. Thank you for coming into the space. Thank you for coming into. I'm just putting all of them together, including. I'm just gonna pour a little bit of the sesame seed, not a lot of it. All of the seasoning and all of this. How's everybody's Sunday going, by the way? What are y'all doing? It's 7:22 already. Not gonna be on long, but it's always fun. For me, it's fun to kind of touch base with everybody and just see how everyone's doing. What's going on? All right, so I'm gonna turn on the blender. Excuse me. Before I do, Honey Sweet says yes. This is going to be spicy. I like. I would probably use either a Scotch bonnet or jalapeno. Well, this is a Scotch bonnet in here. Yes, let's say. So it's gonna be hot like 10 fireside. 10. No olives today. Y'all could take the olives to the store or the fair or something. I don't know. 1 second. So you probably noticed that I am working with everything else first before adding the greens. And that's just because it's easier to cream everything. It's easier to cream everything before I I add the greens in. It's the hot pepper, y'all. It's a hot pepper. It's making me cough. But yes, it is. Yeah, it's important to make sure that you cream everything first before adding the greens. All right, so that's exactly what I know you can't see, but that's okay. That's fine. Take a look at my platter in the meantime, right? So I kind of set it up already, so that way you get a sneak peek of all the different crackers that I am going to use, or you can use. This is just presentation really for for you to get ideas about how you can mix and match. The crackers are homemade, the green ones, so that's something that you can utilize too during the summer. And I'll show you all how to make those later on in the summer. Later will be greater, they say. I like making food, y'all. I really do. All right, so I'm putting in all of the greens. Again, you can't see it, but it's just how I set up the camera. Sorry. So one last blend. So now I have everything is creamed. So you can see really quickly, I have a cream seasonings along with the cashews and the moss and so on. And now I'm just gonna add the greens. Okay, so I forgot to add one last thing. I did not use basil in this, but you can as well too, because apparently pesto is supposed to have basil, but I made my own spice. I made my own thing. All right. I'm not sure. I'm hearing people saying things in the background, but I'm not sure what they're saying. So help me out. If I'm missing anything, tell me. Tell me now. Tell me now. So I took off the cover and I'm going to pour everything in a bowl because what I want to do is I want to mix it. All right. I want to mix some more of it together before I put it in my you know, my nifty icing bag. I told y'all I like these things because it's so easy. It's super easy. So I'm going to mix in some of the broken sheets of the nori. All right, I'll move it a little bit so you can see what it is that I'm doing. So all I'm doing is breaking up bits and pieces of the nori. And I'm home, so I don't need, right, because in here you can add some more pepper to it, some more flakes if you like. I'm gonna add whatever is left of the nori flakes that I've had here. And I'm going to move these guys out of the way. And I'm going to put the bowl in front of you so you can see. Now, I do like this on the greener side. So for you, if you want to add 2 to 3 bundles of dandelion, that might work better for you because you may want it to be on the greener side. You just want it to be on the greener side. All right. Let me see what's going on in the chat. Deidre says, oh, Sequoia says, looks tasty. It doesn't just look tasty. It tastes, I've made this so many times with my eyes closed. It's good. It's really, really good. Another thing I do not have is a bunch of chopped greens. Sometimes I like to leave pieces and bits of the green dandelion whole. So you can do the same as well too. Deidre says you probably have basil in the soup try. Okay, I probably do. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna take your word for it. Naya says that sounds good. Looks like a delicious invitation. Okay, inviting. All right. Okay. So at this point, everything is all mixed together. I know you can see it. It looks so good. I want to eat now, right now. There are no olives. No olives were harmed in this particular blend, y'all, in this mix. Okay, and I'm doing these because I know we love summer, and we love food. And sometimes the heat of summer doesn't call for a lot of cooked foods and heat. And when we cook, we heat a lot, right? I use my dehydrator a lot too during the summer, but it's not as bad as, when you have the oven going and the stovetop going. So finding easy, simple ways of creating finger food that is extremely nutritious and, just has all of these different superfoods and, really potent foods combined. Yeah. You can't go wrong. That's the thing. You cannot go wrong ever. All right. Ever. So I'm just going to place some of this at the bottom and then I'm going to add the cream part at the top. It smells it's well seasoned. It smells really, really good. And I don't think I need to use the bag, but I'm going to do it just to show you how it turns out. Later on this month, we're going to do some more dips. If there's anything that you want me to create and show you all how to create on here, please, I'm inviting you to share what those dishes are, what things you'd like to see me recreate in raw form. But, next round we'll do another dip and I'll actually get into the dehydrator, how to use it, creating crackers, and then we'll probably move on to cheeses, right? Because I think, I think everybody loves cheese. Everybody gets has a bit of addiction when it comes to cheese. It's a particular chemical in there that we really enjoy the taste of, right? There's this tangy sourness that we enjoy. So I think that's something that I'm going to create for everyone. So that way, okay, I am finished. I don't have anything red to add on here. The lighting is not as good but there we go. That might be better. But yeah, so this is, again, a very simple platter, dandelion dip. And you're probably wondering, well, what's the other green dip on the other side? It's not as green. Um, it's not as bright, but in the other bowl, what I have here is broccoli cheese. And so you make broccoli cheese with at in the same way. The basic ingredients are the same. You can use again chickpea as an alternative. So for this one, I did that. I used broccoli, probably about a couple florets ahead of broccoli. I chopped it up, soaked it, of course, chopped it up, and I included garlic, onion, and of course my green seasoning, which again, as I said, it's a combination of green onions, garlic, and regular onions as well. I added a little bit of sea moss to it because sea moss goes in everything, and the chickpea. Okay, so that's what went into this one. The broccoli cheese. I added a bit of nutritional yeast as well. I did not include any of the sesame oil at all because I didn't want it to have an Asian flavor. I did not add any of the seaweed or the nori sheet to it because I wanted it to have a plain, clean taste. All right. So those are two options, right? And two combinations of dip that you can use for any summer evening, for an evening meal at home, along with a huge salad. This is excellent, an excellent option. I really appreciate you all coming in, joining, being in the space. Thank you. If you have any suggestions, again, please share. And I wanted to say too that you can you can create just about anything, right? That you cook, anything that you cook, you can recreate raw, right? All you need is a way to crush and chop or cream those veggies and maybe some of the beans and peas that we use. Once you can do that, again, which just requires either a simple food processor or a high power blender, you can recreate anything. Again, there are additional options for substituting greens. You can remove the broccoli, and instead of using broccoli, you can use anything else. You can use dill, right? Those people who enjoy dill, you can use a head of dill. Actually, buy the fennel root. If you buy the huge fennel root, sometimes it comes with the leaves or fronds attached to the top of it. I'm calling them fronds, right? But you can use all of that top part because that's dill. Dill actually grows from fennel. And if you think about it, they both have variations of the same taste. And dill is a very fresh seasoning, right? It's a very fresh flavor. It's light. It's not as heavy as what should I say? It's not as heavy as maybe rosemary is and tarragon and sage. Those are much heavier flavors. Dill is really refreshing and light. Ima Sequoia says, yes, I love using dill. Cucumber, dill, and spinach dip. Nice. Maybe I'll try that one. That's cucumber is light too, and cucumber is excellent with dill. That's cool. That's cool. So cucumber, dill, and spinach. So we have one additional combination that we can all try this summer. Cucumber, dill, and spinach, right? All right. And again, you can always substitute those greens. Another green you can actually substitute is, I think I was saying spinach, not spinach, basil, right? I know basil is strong, but if you utilize what you call baby basil, right? Not very mature basil, it makes it easy. Escarole. Escarole is another option. Escarole is similar to a lettuce, right? Escarole, it looks like a curly lettuce, but and it's water heavy, like a lettuce is, but it is an excellent option to add to this. So you can substitute it or you can add it to the dandelion to, just increase the weightiness of it. Root greens from carrot tops can be included in here as well too. I know most of us think, okay, chop them, throw them away, but they can be used as well in your dips and your sauces. I want to also share sea moss sauce with you all later on this month. All right, so remind me, remind me, because I will sometimes I'll have all these ideas, but then other ideas come, so things get switched up. All right, everyone, peace and power to you all. Wellness is yours. Hold on to it. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being in the space. You all want to see me taste one of these? I think that's why everybody's waiting. They're like, are you gonna taste anything? Taste it, it's yours. So I'll taste a little bit, right? Just a tiny bit. This cracker is actually spinach mixed down with a lot of other greens. There's rosemary in here, and just a bunch of combination, big flavored combination. So let me try. It keeps falling off. It's good. It's creamy and cheesy and good. I'm not eating all of this. I take a little piece and it'll cover up, and I'll put it away. But I appreciate you all joining me in the space. The which flavor did I have? I had the dandelion. The dandelion dip was really good. It's very bitter. My mouth's watering already. Can you see? So enjoy your time, enjoy your evening, and please, what is Naya said? Naya said, thank you for sharing the body roll. I know it's good. Yes, it is good. If you try it, please share and hashtag the Sovereign Eats. Please hashtag the Sovereign Eats. This is my original recipe, but I'm giving it away. Please, again, if you do try, share. All right, share it on Instagram. Share it on Instagram. Peace and power. Wellness is yours. See y'all again next Sunday. Ima Sequoia says, thank you, sis. This was great. Peace all. Thank you. Thank you, Ima Sequoia. Thank you for joining. All right, y'all.